Hi, I want to welcome you back to another video with the Daily Uplift Official. Today, I want to talk about healing after being lied to, used, or betrayed. Why don't you take this moment to go ahead and like, share the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Healing after being lied to, used, or betrayed. What hurts the most isn't always what they did. It's what you believed about them while they were doing it. It's the trust you gave, the loyalty you stood on, the version of them you defended, even when the truth was trying to expose itself. And now you're left with the questions that don't have clean answers. Was any of it real? How did I not see it? Why do I feel something for someone who hurt me? If you've ever been lied to, used, or betrayed, this isn't just pain. This is a fracture of trust, not just in them, but in yourself. And today we're going to talk about how you heal from that, not by pretending it didn't hurt, not by rushing the process, but by rebuilding something stronger than what we see on the surface. Let's be honest, most people don't walk into betrayal blind. There were signs. I want to say that again. Most people don't walk into betrayal blind. There were signs. But you didn't ignore them because you were weak. You ignored them because you were hopeful. You saw potential. You saw moments that felt real. You held on the version of them that made you feel safe, even when their actions started to say something otherwise. And that's where damage really begins. Not when they lied, not when they leave, but when you start questioning yourself. Maybe I'm overthinking. Maybe I'm expecting too much. Maybe it's me. So you stay, you give more, and you try harder. Until one day, the truth doesn't whisper anymore. It hits you. And now you're not just hurt. You feel foolish, embarrassed, drained, because you didn't just lose them. You feel like you lost yourself. Let's break something down that most people never talk about. Betrayal doesn't just break your heart, it breaks your perception because now everything feels questionable. Your judgment, your instincts, your ability to trust again. And here's the truth, you weren't wrong for loving. You weren't just loving someone who didn't value what you were given. Let me say that again. You weren't wrong for loving. You were just loving someone who didn't value what you were given. There's a difference because your mind doesn't separate that easily. Instead, it starts building walls. Don't trust too fast. Don't open up. Don't be vulnerable. And while those walls feel like protection, they slowly turn into isolation because you're not just protecting yourself from pain, you're blocking yourself from connection. And that's how betrayal tries to win twice. First it hurts you, then it changes you. But healing is about refusing to let it redefine you. One more time. First it hurts you, then it changes you. But healing is about refusing to let it define you. Let me give you a truth that might be harder to hear, but it will set you free. You didn't get hurt because you were weak. You got hurt because you were genuine in a world where not everyone is. One more time. You didn't get hurt because you were weak. You got hurt because you were genuine in a world where not everyone is. Your loyalty, your love, your willingness to show up, those are not flaws. They just became liabilities in the wrong hands. And the mistake that most people make after betrayal is this: they don't just close the door on the person, they close the door on who they were when they loved. They become colder, harder, detached. But healing isn't becoming someone new, it's becoming wiser. Without losing your heart, you don't need to stop loving deeply. You need to start loving wisely. You don't need to stop trusting. You need to trust people who show consistency, not just words. And most importantly, you need to forgive yourself, not them yet, yourself, for staying too long, for ignoring the signs, for believing in something that wasn't real, because you didn't know what you didn't know. Healing after betrayal is not about forgetting, it's about rebuilding. Step one: replaying what happened as a way to punish yourself. You're not going to find peace in overanalyzing pain. Step two: reconnect with yourself. Before them, who were you? What made you feel alive? What did you enjoy? Go back to that. And step three: set new standards, not based on fear, but based on clarity. What will you no longer tolerate? What do you actually deserve? And step four: give yourself time, because healing isn't linear. Some days you'll feel strong, other days it'll hit you all over again. That doesn't mean you're not healing, it means simply you're human. Now, listen to me carefully. What they did says everything about them, but how you heal says everything about you. You're not broken, you're rebuilding. You're not weak, you're becoming aware. And one day, you're going to look back at this not as a time that you were betrayed, but as the moment you finally saw your worth clearly. Because the truth is, they didn't lose you. You lost someone who couldn't love you the way that you deserved. And that's not a loss, that's a release. If this spoke to you, say something yourself through this process. You're not starting over, you're starting wiser. And thanks again for joining me at the Daily Uplift Official, where you can get encouragement anytime. Thank you. One moment before we actually close the video, if you would, please make sure to subscribe and like the video. Turn on that notification button so that it'll let you know when another video drops. Share it with, if you've learned or experienced anything, share it with someone so that they can come and see what's going on in their channel. Again, thanks for coming and joining me at the Daily Uplift Official.